Hello, everyone. My name is Amaya White, and this is my project, Cradles of Crisis, Understanding Psychosocial Stress and Infant Mortality Among Young Adults. I'm also from Middle Tennessee State University. So for my project, what I wanted to do was look at the relationship between stress and infant mortality among African American women ages 18 to 35 living in Middle Tennessee. Why did I want to do that? Well, because I wanted to know what was the connection between psychosocial stress and infant mortality among African American women. I wanted to know what were the reasons that infant mortality had higher rates in African American women, and through my studies, I found that psychosocial stress was a very big factor. From this, I believe that my participants' knowledge of stress and its impact on infant mortality, its risk factors, and prevention would increase following my psychoeducational intervention session. My methods. So, all of my participants were recruited via social media, Instagram, or word of mouth via our physical posters, which I have listed on the side. My design of my project was a single session free/post test webinar through Zoom, where we had over 30 participants and an incentive of two $25 gift cards, which were raffled off randomly. Innovation. So, my project utilized Zoom to help connect with communities online. Additionally, we used Google Forms to virtually collect our data and, which was new to me, QR codes to easily scan and access our webinar. My results. So, from our pre and post tests, we found that the knowledge increased on infant mortality from our participants from a base knowledge of 65.9% to 84%. From there, the risk factor knowledge increased on psychosocial stress from 63.6% to 86.7%. The knowledge increased on the impact of policy level intervention from 63.6% to 93.3%, which was our biggest increase. And finally, the impact on social determinants of health increased from 54.5% to 80% respectively. And these results were got by looking at our pre-test questions compared to our post-test questions. Conclusion, limitations, and future directions. In conclusion, we found that our participants' knowledge of psychosocial stress and its relationship to infant mortality increased following this session. The average knowledge rose from about 65.9% to 84% via our post test. Despite our strong engagement with our about 30 college-age participants, our results highlighted that continued education was needed. Some limitations was that our smaller sample size due to polling from MTSU, which is a commuter campus, had fewer opportunities for interactions through this presentation. Future directions. I'm planning on shifting my focus towards something that we can actually do. I want to focus on safety and as how it is a critical determinant in infant mortality and child mortality. For example, maternal complications, sudden infant death syndrome, and preventable accidents that are the leading causes within infant mortality. Acknowledgments and preferences. I want to thank Middle Tennessee State University, the Tennessee part of Mary Medical College's HBCU Wellness Project, the HSI chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated here on MTSU's campus, Mrs. Tiffany Reed Johnson with Remade Counseling and Consulting, and Ms. Christina Haga for her invaluable mentorship. Thank you so much for your time today, and I thank you for listening to my project.